Alright guys, it's Charlie Tango 1994 back with another YouTube video, and I'm up today at the highest point in Hertfordshire, Pavis Wood, with all of my gear, and we're going to go and have some DX adventures. So we're in Pavis Wood, and it's a really warm day, so actually it's really nice to be in the cool of the trees. Not really sure what to expect, so I'm just going to wander around to a point that I found on the maps, see if it makes sense, and just enjoy the peace and quiet and the cool of the woods, because it's greatly received after the drive up here, about an hour and a half in the car, hour or so. Is the closest sort of high spot to me, in terms of real high locations in each county. So I wanted to do Hertfordshire first because it's one of the nearest, and I'll be looking at doing other high spots in other counties as the weeks go on. Cheers. So only a 10-minute walk or so, and I'm just on the edge of the woods. Still a lot of tree cover, but no major problem. Found a little sunny spot with gaps between the trees just off the main track, so hopefully a bit more quiet and secluded, and I'll get busy putting the mast up and everything else. So I've got the mast all set up and the aerial strapped onto that, and then no real need for cover today. Just going to crouch down in this little corner. Just getting on for 2 o'clock now, so just going to rig up the radio, make sure it's getting power, all that sort of stuff. Check on the swab, it should be alright, and then we'll be ready to start. Cool. Right, just gone to turn the rig on, and I'm getting absolutely nothing in terms of power, which is very odd. So I need to check these connections. And to be honest, I've been fiddling about with it for the last couple of minutes. I know the batteries are fresh. I used them last week. Can't see what's gone wrong. Gonna have another fiddle around, but there's absolutely nothing coming through the radio. There's no power in the radio, so bit of a worry. Well, we'll strip it all down, put it all back together again, see if we've missed anything. But how hard can it be? And see if we can get any joy out of it. Cheers. Yeah, so again, been taking a look at it, doing what I can just to test things, just not getting any power at all. Checked the batteries have got charge in them. I really don't know what's happened. I wish I'd tested it before I'd come out, but that's par in the course for it when you don't test things before you leave. Didn't bring any spare batteries either, which might be the other issue. So I'm up here with everything but the battery, but the power to power the rig. Nothing much to say about that really. I might put the kettle on, have a drink. It's well after lunchtime and I'm a bit peckish anyway, so I'm gonna have some food, and during the course of all that I will have another look, see if I can get some power into the rig, but it's looking like no joy today, which is a bit of a shame. Will need to be tested when I get home, just to satisfy myself that I know what's gone wrong, but a bit rubbish, but what can you do? I've had the PMR scanning as well, just on the off chance that there was anybody on the PMR. Nothing much coming through there, a couple of, I think, unrelated signals to the PMR net, but again, nothing really worth mentioning. Anyway, that's where we are. Cheers guys. Alright, while we're trying to sort out the radio, I've dug out the old Crusader cook set. Found some old green heat. Don't think they make it anymore, but there was a couple of sachets of what really is firelight for a barbecue. But I'm going to use that to heat my water and make a coffee. So it's not all without its benefits. We'll get a coffee on the go, and I'll keep having a play about with the battery pack, see if I can get some life out of it. Cool. So I just snuck through a gap in the trees. Lovely old meadow. I was wondering if you could see any of the hills. I can see the skyline, and you can see that it kind of drops away, but I was also looking to see whether it might be worth trying to fly the drone, but there's too many weeds and bits and pieces, so I'm not going to risk that. But nice bit of countryside anyway, no qualms there. Right, back to sort out my coffee. So I got the old Crusader kit working well, just waiting for the kettle to boil. We'll have ourselves a coffee and a bit of a relax. Just enjoy the afternoon if we can't get on the radio today. So good news, not even been 4 or 5 minutes I don't think, and the water's at a rolling boil, so we can get the brew on. Nice one. So there we go, time for a brew. Just going to sit back, have a smoke. Bought a cheese slice with me as well. A cheese slice, chicken and something slice, so I'll get that down me as well. And then I don't know, might have a think about packing up and going home. Bit of a shame, but just can't get the radio working, so not much more to report, unfortunately. Yeah, the good old fiddle around with the radio. Took all the batteries out, put them all back in a different order, fiddled around with loads of stuff. Just can't get any power into the rig. Anyway, just happens, I suppose. I've had a coffee, I've had a bit of lunch, had a nice relax, got out the sun, glad of that. Been up here for about 2 hours now. Just need to pack everything away and head back to the car, so that's what I'm going to do next. So there you go, we're all packed away and ready to walk back out to the car. No evidence of me being around. Been here for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and had a nice relaxing calm afternoon. Sadly no radio, but did have a bit of lunch and a coffee and just kind of sat in the quiet, which was nice. Packed everything away as you just saw, and we're heading back out to the car now. So wandering back to the car. Nice day out. Again, sadly no radio, but it's been nice to get out. The weather is lovely. Good couple of hours out. Be another hour or so before I get home. So that's all good. Altitude up here was, I'll have to show you, but you know, I can't remember. I think it was about 250 metres, I mean. So 250 metres. Certainly a lot of hillside nearby. Yeah, it was nice. So, back to the car, back home. Made it back to the car. Quite a welcome sight. Out for about 3 hours actually, so pretty nice. Still a beautiful, beautiful day. And just the journey back in the car now. So that's about that for this one. Catch you in the next video, guys. Cheers.